Welcome back, everyone. An incredible day in markets, and welcome to all the new Triple S students joining the Triple S student family from this morning's session. We've got a market that's in an uptrend channel going back to October of 2022. And as of today, we have seen, before we get Microsoft and Meta's earnings, a breach and break of the center of that channel. Let's zoom into the hard right edge of the primary market here. The S&P E-minis are almost down near the bottom of its weekly pivot range, currently down about 1.6 percentage points, well below the danger line that I quoted to you earlier this week, and of course earlier this morning as well. A breakdown below the center of that channel, residing in the 7,400 area, opens up a slip, and indeed we've got a market slip that has taken us down into the mid to lower 7,300s. Now, this move has legs to be a continuation. However, I'm in wait for Mag 7 stock earnings. Microsoft and Meta may be able to pick the ball back up and give us a lift that can take us back up above the center of the channel. If you see in the after hours, Microsoft and Meta take the S&P E-mini futures back above 7,400, we've got some game to the upside and potentially can be in a bounce into the open of trade tomorrow morning. However, if Microsoft and Meta keep us below the DeMark support one pivot level at 73.53, we can actually break down below the bottom of the weekly pivot range, much like the NASDAQ has already done. The NASDAQ E-minis have spent a lot of time above the top of the channel, have of course come down to the center of the channel, breached the center of the channel. Let's zoom into the hard right edge, and that breach is certainly a break, and it has taken the NASDAQ well below the bottom of its weekly pivot range, sitting in the 27,467 area. So this opens the door for a move down to the lime green line, sitting at the 27,055 area. The 27,470 area would have to be surmounted at a bare minimum through Microsoft and Meta's earnings to tell us that we can start to come back up. But it really is all about the center of that long-term uptrend channel, and that resides all the way up over here in the 28,140 range. We'd have to get back up and above there in order to stabilize this market. Otherwise, downside risk remains in play. Now, this morning, I taught a lot about the Triple S toolkit and that PTC pattern, the pre-trade conditioning pattern. Well, it worked again in today's trade. You can see the down signal on the 5-minute chart for the ES. You can see the up signal, the down, the up, the down, and then down the hatch the market has gone. You need a minimum of 3 signals separated by no more than 6 bars per signal. And in this case, with the Triple S line, the slow momentum line, the fast momentum line, all residing in the uppermost quadrant of the 4-quadrant Triple S channel, we're looking for shorts. And we did get a down signal. What we need at that point then, after that, is at least 1 bar with the double red dots above price action, or we need to see 2 sequentially lower bars below the channel. And we got those 2 sequential lower bars at 8:10 a.m. Eastern time. The trade was engageable in the 74.73 area. And guess where the market went? Down, 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 and down. 74.70 down to 73.70 and lower, 73.40 actually. An incredible move in markets. I hope folks have taken advantage of that toolkit and the insights that you learned all about this market morning. I look very much forward to sharing more insight with you live. Join me at 9:15 a.m. Eastern time on WealthCharts. I can't wait to pick up the ball with you and continue the learning journey over here. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I look very much forward to sharing more insight with you. Watch your backs. If the NASDAQ's not able to get back above that center line, it's in trouble and likely going to come down to that lime green line or lower. And of course, for the S&P E-minis, if we're not able to get back up above that 7,400 marker, coming down to break the bottom of the weekly pivot range and open up room to come down towards June 9th, 10th, and 11th lows. That's the next stop on the train south, if it so should be. I hope you enjoyed this video and enjoyed your time in markets today. I look very much forward to picking up the ball with you tomorrow morning and continuing to build that insight. And again, a warm welcome to all the new Triple S students and our existing Triple S student family. Thank you very much and have a wonderful rest of your day.